so excited to be back after 4 months. I truly miss creating with you all, and today I'm bringing you something special, a step-by-step tutorial on this stunning greenless outfit that is perfect for your occasion. So I'll take you all on the process of cutting and also the process of beading. And don't forget to like this video if you love this design, comment welcome back, and also subscribe to my channel. Without wasting much time, let's get started. So here are the material used for this attire. So to get started, we are going to now be using our crepe fabric as the pattern we are using. So laying out this crepe fabric, we are going to now measure the full length of the down part. To get the full length of the down part, we are going to minus half length from the full length. We have 58 minus 16, there we have 42. Then we marked it out. Then from that region, we measure our waist measurement, round waist measurement. Our normal round waist measurement is 34 minus 2 divided by 4 is 8 inches. Then plus 2 inches sewing allowance. From there, we measure our shoulder to hip region, then our shoulder to the knee length. So to get the round hip measurement, we are going to measure the full length minus divided by 2. Whatever we get, we minus 1, then that results divided by 2. So whatever it gives us is what we are going to use at this point. Then for the knee length, to get a proper knee length, you can decide to use 5 or 6 depending on you, but here had the trick to it. So to get the perfect knee length, you're going to minus 5 inches. That is the perfect one if you don't want it too tight. That is your hip region, your round hip measurement minus 5 inches divided by 4 is what we are going to use for the knee length. So move ahead to cutting this pattern. Then after cutting this pattern, you place it aside and lay down the pattern, the crepe fabric, to cut out the back pattern. Then in placing the fabric, we're going to place the front pattern cut out on this other one to cut out the back pattern. Then we now measure from the hip region. We'll measure 2.5 inches, 1.5 for the sewing allowance, and 1 inches that was minus initially from the hip. Then from on the knee length, we measure 1. From there, we now start by cutting out our pattern paper, just as we can see like this. But for the waistline, we measure 1.5, which is for the zipper allowance. So moving on, we now start by cutting out all our pattern out. Then after cutting out all this pattern, we now place it on the lace itself. After placing on the lace itself, we cut out the same pattern as we have. We just place it on the lace and cut out the pattern. And mind you, when cutting out your lace, you check out if the lace fabric is having a pattern, is having its pattern, whereby you know how to navigate when placing your crepe on it to cut it out. So for this part, it's not really having the pattern on the lace fabric is universal. It's not having it's not having a particular pattern, maybe that is facing up or that is facing down. So these are the things you note when cutting your own fabric. You make sure you note if your lace fabric or your Ankara fabric, the pattern on it is actually facing up or is facing down. That will determine on how you'll be placing your pattern on it. So after cutting this fabric, we'll move ahead to our front pattern. Mind you, when cutting out the front pattern, we are not just going to cut out the half length. We are going to be cutting out a full length like a blouse. So we are using 26 inches as the half length, which makes the down part, just in case the person you're cutting out for is very big and is having a big tummy at the down part, it will help the tummy to go inside, like it will help shaping the tummy at the downside, and it will help carry the tummy. Then moving on, we'll start by measuring the shoulder of the full length. Measure the shoulder of 17 inches. Then from there, we'll measure the shoulder to the bust line, then shoulder to the under bust, and shoulder to the half length. Then the other side is actually for the hip region, which carries the down part of the tummy. Then moving on, we are now going to start by measuring our nipple to nipple point of 8 inches divided by 2, adding half inch for the sewing allowance. Then from there, we're going to connect the lines together. Then on the under bust, we measure 2.5 inches. That's because the person we are doing it for is actually busty. Then on the armhole, we measure 2 inches, like we measure 4 inches down. Then from there, we measure from that 4 inches, we measure 6.5. Then we indicate it, then connect the whole lines together. Then from this region, we're now going to start by measuring our round waist measurement, adding the dart measurement that has already been deducted, and adding your sewing allowance, which brings about measuring all these things on it. Then you have to be careful when measuring it, because it might be so difficult. If you're not careful, it might make the pattern, or it might make the fabric shorter than how it is. Then we start by cutting out all this pattern. Then mind you, on this armhole, we are going to measure 2 inches. After the armhole cuff, measure 2 inches at the part of the breast, the part of the princess bustier, which is the side front, we measure 2 inches after the normal armhole cuff, so that after sewing it, we will not have any reason for it to get short, or after joining this pattern, it will make the materials tally with the sewing. So moving on, we are going to use the front pattern to cut out this pattern. So guys, if you have found any value in this video, please don't hesitate to give me a thumbs up by liking, commenting, and also telling me what you don't understand on these patterns, so I can explain and expatiate better. So moving on to this, we are going to now place this pattern cutout to cut out the lace itself. So when cutting out the lace, you could decide to use the center back, to use the crepe for the center back, but I also use my lace for the center back. So it all depends on you, whatever you want to use. And mind you, when cutting out the back pattern, you're going to minus 2 inches from your normal body measurement. That is so that it will help in giving space for the loop. This is also for the loop, and it will give at least a big space for the loop while tying it. So we are not going to use this same pattern to cut out all the lining. We are going to place all this pattern, all this material cutout, the crepe cutout, to cut out the lining, and this will also be done off the camera, but this part will be done on this camera. After cutting out all this lining, we are also going to use this lining to cut out all our stay, and then gum it off the camera. So this will now this can be done off the camera, just in order not to waste your time on waiting and seeing how it's being gummed. But if you want me to show you on how I gummed the stay on the fabric, please note on the comment section. Let me know how we are going to do that for you. So on this part, we are now going to show you the hip padding that we did. So to get this hip padding tutorial, you can click on this link to watch the tutorial video. So after sewing all the down part and the upper part, Then we are now going to show you on how the back, the inside, it's looking very, very neat. So moving on, we are now going to show you how we place the upper part to the down part to cut out the V shape on the skirt, which is on the down part. So we'll place the midpoint on this, then use our chalk to mark it out on the down part. So mind you, the same 32 inches that was done on the down part is the same 32 inches that will be used, that was used on the upper part. Then before cutting it, you're going to leave an half an inch just for the joining allowance. You're going to leave half an inch when cutting it, so it will actually tally with the upper part. So on this part, we are not going to move on to the beading aspect, but if you want a full tutorial video on how I beaded this dress, please comment on the description box so I could show you on how I beaded this dress. So this is how it was before starting the beading. Sorry, because we already started the beading on that mesh area, or that midpoint area, before we started the other beadings. So moving on, we are now going to show you on how we include using our beading on this attire. So let me know on the comment section if you'd like me to make a full video on how to bead a dress. So if you have found any value on this video, please like, comment and subscribe more for more amazing videos. Look at how our client was so happy and wild by how her attire looks like. So if you want to look like this, follow me for more. Bye.